Welcome back, folks. Weekly analysis video on gold. I think this week is going to be a little bit tough, okay? What I see here is a very thin volume all these weeks, okay? I'm looking for these equal highs to be taken, okay? But I think this week is going to be hard, particularly because we have all these wicks and the market may want to come back down and balance out those wicks, okay? Very thin volume there. So we need to be a little bit careful. We could get back down to Friday's lows, okay? However, I do think we will take out these equal highs. I'm not really looking for all-time highs to be hit at this point in time, okay? And also, I'm looking at this volume imbalance, okay? So I think we could get a run down back to where I thought the market was going last week, down to 26.20, okay? We did get close to that, okay? We got to 26.20, what was it, 26.24, I think. And then the market obviously went higher, okay? So I think that this week's going to be a little bit tough. You've got to be very nimble. You've got to be very accurate in timing, okay? Stick with the key sessions and the key session times, okay? Watch the news calendar. I haven't reviewed the news calendar, but that's what you need to watch for. If we get exaggerated movement down, that's also possible, then I'll be looking for 2600, okay? Now, the key to look out for is the 4-hourly chart, okay? If I jump to a 4-hourly chart, the 4-hourly fair value gap that has been holding all last week is what's going to be key, okay? You want to see price hold within this 4-hourly fair value gap. You can see body candles there have remained within that 4-hourly fair value gap. I don't want to see any closure below that 4-hourly fair value gap, okay? Now, let's have a look at a weekly chart. From a weekly chart, it does look bullish, but I'm still cautious, okay? So let me jump to a weekly chart. Weekly chart shows me that we've had an immediate rebalance, okay? What that means is that price has opened up high. Okay, you can see price has opened up high and immediately going down to the high of the previous week. We call that immediate rebalance. And what that indicates is price has come down, okay, to rebalance itself because it wants to reprice higher quickly, okay? So from that perspective, there's some level of bullishness, or I guess order flow is bullish. Looking at that, however, that is also a possibility that we go back down to the previous weekly low. So we just got to be careful. Again, as I said, I think the line in the sand is going to be the 4-hourly fair value gap. That's what we need to watch for, okay? So this 4-hourly gap, as I mentioned, is going to be key, okay? You got to be nimble. So if you do engage the price in your demo account, then you want to be looking for very key levels. So these equal highs, okay? And making sure if we are engaging price looking for repricing higher, then we don't want to see a breach of this 4-hourly fair value gap on a 4-hourly candle closure, okay? So going to be a tough week, I think. Look at monitor the calendar. That's very important. That's where you're going to have the volatility injections, okay? And just be very nimble and make sure you are engaging with price at the right time in key sessions and be very nimble, okay? I will now talk with you in a future video.